No, I'm not dead. I'm here.
No! Avril, this conspiracy theory about you is a little creepy. Come on.
Oh.
Like, there's a conspiracy theory that Avril Lavigne is no longer with us, and there is a woman named Melissa who took over. And you, I can't even say it seriously. You sitting across from me, you are Melissa. And there are like conspiracy theories that run so fucking deep. Like, does it annoy you that there will be people that comment on this episode being like, that's Melissa, that's not Avril?
When did it start? My second album? Like,
The theory about Avril Lavigne is perhaps one of the most popular among all conspiracy theories. According to this theory, Lavigne passed away in 2003 and was replaced by a double named Melissa. The theory is linked to changes in her physical appearance, her shift in musical style, and some song lyrics. The theory first emerged in a Brazilian blog post. The post claimed that Lavigne's family concealed her death in 2003 and replaced her with someone who closely resembled her, Melissa Vandella. Allegedly, Avril Lavigne struggled to cope with fame and, overwhelmed by her emotions, took her own life. Fans point to subtle differences in Lavigne's facial features, height, and skin tone as evidence for the Melissa theory. They claim that photos taken before and after 2003 show noticeable differences. Could this claim be true? Now, let's dive into the roots of the story and examine the evidence. Allegedly, the timeline of this theory starts in 2001. Avril caught the attention of producer L.A. Reid and signed a multi-million-dollar contract with him. She began working on her album, Let Go, which featured songs like I'm With You and Mobile that explored themes of inner conflict and longing for a simpler life. At the same time, Avril expressed excitement and enthusiasm for the new experiences in her life, as seen in My World. Avril released her album Let Go, which became the second best-selling album worldwide that year. She quickly rose to fame, becoming a global sensation and performing in various countries. Wherever she went, fans screamed, clamored for photos, or tried to get her autograph. She was bombarded with media invitations for interviews and appearances, and paparazzi followed her everywhere.
okay, so you're driving up with us?
Yeah.
At this stage, Avril's team may have decided to hire a lookalike, a body double, to accompany her on tours to confuse fans and the media. This strategy would allow Avril to navigate her busy schedule and avoid delays or public scrutiny, giving her more freedom. We know that the use of body doubles is a common tactic among world-famous celebrities. Avril's schedule became increasingly packed and pressures started to mount. She had to perform in various locations while simultaneously beginning production on a second album, which was expected to be just as successful as the first. At this point in the timeline, Avril reportedly began experiencing depression. It became harder for her to maintain a happy appearance in front of the cameras. She found herself torn between her life of fame and her previous normal life. While we don't know all the struggles Avril faced, she allegedly confided in her lookalike Melissa about her troubles. Melissa's initial role was merely to help Avril escape fans and paparazzi, but she also became a confidant and a friend. Melissa began dressing and doing her makeup like Avril, replicating her appearance down to the smallest details. Sometime later, overwhelmed by depression, Avril reportedly sought help from her family. However, upon returning home, she was allegedly met with indifference. Avril then disappeared suddenly, and her production team began searching for her and contacting her family. She was allegedly found dead at her home, hanging from a rope tied to the ceiling.
Let's talk this over. It's not like we're dead. Was it something I did? Was it something you said? Don't leave me hanging in a city so dead. Held up so high on such a breakable thread.
The production team reportedly convinced Avril's family not to announce her death immediately, as her second album was already in the planning stages. Avril's family agreed to wait for the album's release. A private and secret funeral was allegedly held for Avril. Melissa was informed of Avril's death and was tasked with continuing the album's release, taking on Avril's persona, and carrying forward the project from where Avril left off. She reportedly hesitated at first, but was ultimately coerced into accepting the role. Melissa began composing songs to complete the new album, reportedly embedding hidden messages in the lyrics that hinted at Avril's death and the events surrounding it. Songs like Nobody's Home, My Happy Ending, and Together were released, allegedly reflecting Avril's struggles. To further align her appearance with Avril's, Melissa reportedly underwent cosmetic surgery, as she would need to pose for photo shoots for the upcoming albums. The situation reportedly escalated to the point where announcing Avril's death retroactively became increasingly difficult. Her family, production team, and Melissa were all allegedly deeply entangled in the matter. Avril's fans immediately noticed differences in her appearance, style, and demeanor. The media also began speculating about these physical changes, though Avril, allegedly Melissa, attributed them to cosmetic surgery. Avril's shift from her original punk rock sound to a more pop-oriented approach was seen by theorists as a reflection of Melissa's influence. Changes in Avril's signature were also cited as evidence by theorists who claimed it differed from earlier years. Melissa reportedly adapted to the situation as much as possible and sought public acceptance. The dark themes in Under My Skin and certain lyrics in songs like My Happy Ending were interpreted as messages hinting at Avril's absence. The album cover for Under My Skin was said to be filled with hidden messages left by the new Avril. The title itself, Avril Lavigne Under My Skin, was deemed significant. From this point onward, the real Avril was reportedly gone, and another singer was under the skin of Avril Lavigne. The colors on the album cover, including the black writing of Avril Lavigne, symbolizing mourning, and the red X on her shoulder, symbolizing death, were cited as symbolic. The album booklet was filled with dark, somber images of new Avril posing with sad expressions or lying on the ground as if trying to convey something. Melissa fully embraced her own style, releasing a new album and becoming the new Avril Lavigne.
And it's better. You won't, you won't give it to me, never liked it or not, even though she's a lot like me. We're not the same.
Evan Taubenfeld played an important role in Avril Lavigne's career. Evan was part of Avril's band during the Let Go era as a guitarist and also contributed to her songwriting. Throughout their music careers, Evan and Avril maintained a close friendship. Evan supported Avril both behind the scenes and on stage. Evan Taubenfeld left the band in the same year Under My Skin was released, stating that he wrote a song about losing his best friend. In other words, Evan Taubenfeld left Avril shortly after the release of Under My Skin in 2004. Interestingly, after leaving the band, Evan composed the song The Best Years of Our Lives. The song includes the following lyrics: "I'd never thought this could ever end. I'd never thought I'd lose my best friend. Everything is different now. Can we stop the world from turning?" According to theorists, Evan was referring to Avril's death in this song. Evan Taubenfeld officially released The Best Years of Our Lives in 2009. The song is part of Evan's debut album, Welcome to the Blacklist Club. However, before the album's release, a version of the song performed by Evan and Avril Lavigne during the Best Damn Tour was already familiar to fans. The theory was first shared on a Brazilian blog in 2011, gaining popularity. The theory began circulating on television and even made its way to platforms like Wikipedia. The Brazilian media started questioning new Avril about these claims.
And some people say that you were died, and this is a clone of you. Have you read about this?
I didn't hear about it. I just hear about it from. I'm hearing about it from you.
Mas existem provas que você não é a Avril Lavigne.
Well, I'm here.
And I'm in Brazil.
Não é verdadeiro. It's a clone.
Avril addressed the theory on 3 separate occasions. Avril responded to the question during a live stream on her social media account.
No, I'm not dead. I'm here.
Were we talking about that the other day?
Yeah.
Okay, again, if you're Jen, I'm gonna put you on the spot, guys. This is my new manager, Jen.
Is it strange that people think you're dead? Like, what the fuck? I don't even know why, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it is weird. I think they don't have anything else to talk about right now. So at least they're talking. And I think it's like really silly that anyone would even believe that. But yeah, it's this huge rumor. It's not even just a rumor. It's that I'm dead. Aren't they saying like that? Like I'm an imposter. I'm an imposter? Mm-hmm. Damn. So I like look that different. But then at the same time, other people will say that I haven't aged, and they'll take pictures of me from like way back and like now and be like, oh my gosh, she doesn't age, she looks the same. So it kind of doesn't really make any sense. I think people are just bored and they need something to talk about. Well,
She appeared on the Kyle and Jackie O show on January 11th, 2018, and addressed the theory during a phone interview.
What about, did you laugh at the rumors that went around where you no longer exist and there's a clone of you? So you died like years ago and there's a clone pretending to be you.
That's mental.
Yeah, some people think that I'm not the real me, which is so weird. Like, why would they even think that?
I don't know.
Oh,
I love this game.
There's some whack
they
jobs
delve
out there.
right into it. I can't remember. It's something weird. Even when I was looking at the article, like the big conspiracy theory, I'm like, do you know what? Maybe they're right. Like, you read a conspiracy theory and you get sucked into it because they've got so much evidence that proves you're not real.
So dumb.
But that one of all the conspiracy theories was probably the most far-fetched.
On May 15th, 2024, Avril appeared on the Call Her Daddy podcast. During this episode, she discussed her early career, iconic fashion choices, and rapid rise to fame. She specifically called the long-standing theory stupid and funny.
Avril, this conspiracy theory about you is a little creepy. Come on.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be worse.
It could? Yeah. It
Yeah.
could. No, you could be getting like
I mean,
online
obviously
books.
I am me. It's so dumb.
To people that don't understand, just to give people context, there's a conspiracy theory that Avril Lavigne is no longer with us. And there is a woman named Melissa who took over. And you, I can't even say it seriously. You sitting across from me, you are Melissa. And there are like conspiracy theories that run so fucking deep. Like, does it annoy you that there will be people that comment on this episode being like, that's Melissa, that's not Avril?
When did it start? My second album? Like, I don't even know. I think like from the beginning-ish, second album. I don't know.
And why do you think people think that?
I think that they've done that with other artists. I'm not the only one. I think like other people have that.
I feel like yours is like really prominent.
Oh, I mean, I feel like you might believe that.
I'm honestly the one that started the conspiracy theory. I'm one of those freak bloggers that's like, I went undercover to interview Melissa. Like, oh my God. No, but it's fucking crazy, and I just have empathy for you, but it's good again to know you don't give a fuck, where people are like, oh, Melissa showed up today. And I'm like, I remember like being like, what are people talking about? And then I went and started looking and like, oh, people are fucking insane. So you don't care. We're over it. Okay. So your name is Avril Lavigne.
Yeah.
But
I knew you half believed it.
I'm telling you what's crazy is you haven't aged. I'm staring at you and like I'm picturing you with your like auburn hair and I'm like, oh my God, you literally look the same from when you were younger. You're beautiful.
So far, I've shared the alleged story and Avril's responses to the theory. Personally, I don't believe in this theory. While I acknowledge that this theory has more realistic elements than those involving other celebrities, Lavigne's physical changes can be attributed to natural aging and career development. Changes in her musical style can also be explained as part of her personal and artistic growth. Additionally, it's worth noting that many celebrities may exhibit unusual behavior or changes in their public persona due to alleged mind control by malevolent organizations. Despite all this, I must admit that this theory seems more plausible compared to others, and we see that many people believe in this theory. So, are you one of those who believe Avril has truly passed away? Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below.